Okay, here we are again. Of course in Calculate Linux. First, why are there not more Calculate Linux videos, Dirk? There is not much to do in the moment. Everything is just working as intended. As I said, it's a stable, reliable operating system. Having said this, we do one more tinkering, but not such a big deal. It will be easy, it will be smart, but this subject is on my heart for quite some time. And it's about more here. First about the GNU GNU operating system. There was a little battle, I think, a year ago that it should be called GNU Linux or something like that. I just want to let the people from GNU organization, I would like them to know that everybody in Linux and FreeBSD, we do appreciate your work. Doesn't matter if your name is known or not. I mean, everybody knows GNU, so if you know Linux, then you know this GNU too. So that's just what it is to me. They kind of separate this a little bit. This Richard Stallman here. People ridicule him, and if public ridicules people, that's always when we have to pay attention. If they are not interesting for the big companies and buying stuff like that, they wouldn't bother. They would just let them do whatever they want. They're not interested. So if Richard Stallman gets ridiculed and under attack, then it must be very interesting what he says, and there must be some truth in it, which the big companies do not want to get out, right? So, and he's pointing out things like about what's bad about Microsoft. Where to start? It will never end. Right? And Skype, Spotify, Twitter, Facebook, of course, Google, Intel, LinkedIn. And this is all the truth to me. It's all justified caution. Yeah, we live in a world where you hardly can change anything. I must say I tried the, what is it called, certified Linux distribution from Freedom, whatever it's called. Parabola, what's it called? Crystal. There's one which is Parabola. I think it's based on Arch, which gives me the same trouble as Arch gives, tons of updates and stuff like that. But has a little bit more option, I guess. And then you have the Ubuntu based one, which it's too old. I had tons of trouble with it, and often you just need these unrestricted drivers in order to get your stuff working, right? And that's just how it is in the moment. I would love that I could run this free software from a program. That would be great. I think it's 100% worth it. I just can't go there in a moment because I do not have hardware which is supported. I need things which are not supported in a moment. The thing is, the idea is right, because if you get a driver is a piece of software which starts communicating through your computer. So in theory and praxis, they can do whatever they want, right? They can put in that driver. You don't have to scan for malware, spyware. If you have a driver running, I'll give you an example. I had Windows 10 on my gaming laptop, and I wanted to figure it out a little bit, so I played around with it. I switched off the update service, not just the settings. The settings, they are just eye-wiping. They're just there for the fun to entertain you. So you think you have a decision. No, you don't have a decision on Windows 10. You can flip your switch and they flip it back. They really don't care. And you sign up for it. They say, I've got the rights, so stay out of our operating system because it doesn't belong to you anymore. You just lease it under their conditions. So do not sign that ULA 10. However, cut a long story short, so I thought, Dirk, be smart, just cut the whole communication. So I cut off this, the update service. It shouldn't have ever been started. And it worked for a long time. I monitored that. Not that I have any business with Windows. On that Windows 10 installation, even the installer for a game, I downloaded it on Linux and just got it over from my NAS station back to that Windows install. So I never ever fired up the Explorer, Internet Explorer, anything, launching anything, any private data, nothing at all except my game stuff. And it didn't take me long to figure out that's all not worth it. So I had it idling around there, but every now and then I just fired it up to check if everything's doing okay, because I wanted to see if you can make Windows 10 kind of safe with disabling this update service. And here's the conclusion: no, you cannot. Somehow something was still communicating. Last time I fired it up, I said, okay, it looks all good, it's still safe and sound, no intruders. And I shut down Windows 10, and then it says, hold on, I'm just doing some updates. What the heck? I switched that service off. Not just to switch the settings, oh yeah, no, I don't want updates, blah, blah, blah. That gets ignored anyway, so don't even try to change settings in Windows 10. This is just wishy-washy your eyes so that you believe you could do something. No, you cannot. Windows 10 does not belong to you. You sign a lease, it belongs to Microsoft, and you sign the rights for Microsoft to do what they want, when they want, whatever they want, and whatever they call collecting base material, you signed up for it. So if they take your base pictures of your girlfriend, that's okay because you signed up for it. If they take your resume, that's okay too because you signed up for it. If they get your bank statement you saved or whatever, you signed up for it. It's okay, they can do it. It's a legalized crime. I did not know that you can do legalized crimes in telling people, okay, look, I'm going to do this. If you sign, then I can break in your home or whatsoever. To me, this wouldn't be possible, but I mean, we're living in a world which is a little bit upside down. And so I just wanted to let you guys know. So Microsoft has found a way back into my computer, and it was not the update service, because that I switched off, and for a long time nothing came through. And Duran, now Microsoft made its way. They must have figured out that they haven't had access just like that. But then again, they have tons of backdoors, right? One was, like, for example, Intel. The Intel chip meltdown. No, that wasn't a meltdown. That was just somebody discovered the backdoor. Boomer. Now they had to find a different backdoor. Not a problem. We just changed the Intel software. Right? Oh, that's all we do. Or we just have an NVIDIA driver, or an Intel driver, or an AMD driver, and put our little piece of software on, and then we are back into business. However, doesn't really matter. I never run any updates on that Windows 10 version. The service was switched off. It went on for a long time until it didn't. And that just tells you do not have any rights. So don't be mistaken that when you flip some switches in the settings, they're good for nothing. If you go deeper into the operating system, they bypass that too. It just takes them a little longer, but they find their way. They make it happen. So to me, Windows 10 has never been an alternative, ever. Just read the EULA. But that's not about all these criminal companies with their fraudulent businesses, which just don't go to prison. I have no idea why. So this was more about the GNU operation or organization. Guys, we do appreciate your work. We're very happy and glad because Linux without you wouldn't be possible like that. We would have all i3. Nobody would have any graphical interface. That's my short version about GNU, right? So without that, we all would be running on i3 and would have only ncurses or whatever it's called, text editors. But thanks to GNU, we have a look what a beautiful desktop we have, and that all happens with them together. So GNU and Linux and FreeBSDs is you can't split it off. It is one. So that's what it is. So this is all one, and there's nothing wrong with it. And we all appreciate the hard work that people put in this. So back to Richard Stallman. What he writes, it's true. It sounds like, oh, conspiracy. No, it's far beyond conspiracy. It's given. Just check Windows 10. It's given. It's there. It's reality. It's part of lots of people's life without them knowing what's going on. This is not conspiracy. This is reality. And yeah, what did I hear about that Spanish little province which wanted to be independent? Google put down on Android the apps that people could find the polling station, and Amazon was so kind to take down their websites they were hosting. I mean, just imagine this. Just imagine this, right? Just try to imagine. This is a crime. I can only say to my grandfather's times they would be all hanging on a tree. there wouldn't be any discussion anymore. There wouldn't be, oh yeah, you have been followed. No, get on that horse and off you go. Next one, right? That's how it would go. These people would not go away. I don't know. I mean, we get so softened and brainwashed from TV and all this rubbish and stuff like that. I mean, just imagine that they sent one human against the other into a war. For what? Because they tell you how bad they are. Well, it's not true. On the end, like most of these people, they just, except these power-hungry people which go with their elbow fights up, they just want to live their lives. They want to work, they want to eat and drink, enjoy their life, laugh about it, and have a good life. That's all they want. They're not, I have to kill this, I have to kill... No, we don't. We're humans. We're not supposed to kill each other. So if somebody tells us to kill each other, there's something very, very wrong. That's wrong. However, don't get carried away, Dirk. So, Richard Stallman, I think a personal side to it. It's very basic, but he keeps it running so you can run it with everything. I know that they try to inform websites to go away from the Java rubbish. There's an open Java, and at least with that you can be sure you will be okay, right? All the other stuffs are just cannot be trusted. And that's just what it is. I mean, you could almost say it's a hopeless world. Oh, by the way, here driving school, I ordered my brakes. I dared to order my brakes, and next week, one day, I will have my last driving exam. And I took a leap of faith, and I said, Dirk, get the brakes. I called an install already. He said, oh, we can do it on a weekend, not a problem, but I need the brakes first, so I ordered them. And I hope I get my test done next week, get the brakes done next week. I ordered my name. It's a name reservation for me, so I have to get the business running, which I do any moment after this video. And nowadays you can do everything online, and I do. And then I'm up and running soon. And about this channel, it will continue, of course. I mean, as I said, I can't I don't want to give you these videos, like I run on an ISO file in a virtual box. Anything what comes up on distro watch. That would be just rubbish. I look into some, how can I say this, some unique ideas what people bring out. So if somebody puts out, let's say, Ubuntu and changes the wallpaper, I'm not testing this. Because it's a distro. So, no, I'm not testing this. There's no way I'm going to test that. I have a few ideas what I would like to test, and I'm going to test it. I test, for example, Vector Linux. That was very interesting. And if I could have gotten my scanner working, yeah, I would have tried it a little longer. I still have it on a hard drive. It's actually running here on Voyager now because I swapped the hard drive into here. I think I've got in my Voyager PC now 4 hard drives. And I've got fun to calculate FreeBSD in sense of GhostBSD, or in meaning of the GhostBSD distro. I have MX16, I think, on it. No, I don't have MX on it. I have tons of stuff on it. Let's say it this way. And I haven't abandoned anything just yet. On my Packard Bell, my 2005 from 2005 old the laptop from England, I had GhostBSD running, and somehow must have made a mistake, or maybe my solid state drive is giving up after some years. It's one of the first 120 gigabytes Samsung. And so it's giving up, I guess, because I had an error again. And I don't know the UFS U file system or Unix file system good enough to fix anything whatsoever. And it was running GhostBSD, and I thought, screw it, now I'll put FreeBSD on. So I got FreeBSD on. I'm looking into, maybe somebody's watching actually and listening here. I'm looking for this, what that is called, Network Manager Applet. I haven't found that yet. When I look for Network Manager, I haven't found it. I might have a look. I will find it on FreeBSD because I would like to have that, right? I would like to click here and have everything available. I do have wireless network because I did that on the installation. I connected it already, and it connects fine. No big deal with that. But if I would leave with that laptop this house, then I'm screwed. And yes, you can do it from the terminal, but I don't want to. If I run XFCE, I want to have the luxury to have that applet running here so that I can switch on and do what I want. And I want it. That's what I want. So FreeBSD, guys, Vada 64, Rubinogi, and Whoever knows, Sergi might know too. But don't send me stuff to read. I want the solution. I can't read anymore. No, because in a moment I just don't have the time. I'm really focused to get my business running, and I think it's really important that I get this done. As I said, this channel is non-monetary, and it won't be monetary. I do work like everybody else, and that's what it is. And if I have a hater disliking that, go somewhere else or stay. I mean, a hater is a good thing because it's somebody continuously going to your channel. You don't have the views because they're not watching, but you have the click, and that is good enough for YouTube to say, oh, look, this is the guy who came and checked. So, check. So, back and forward, to me, it means nothing in that way because it's not monetized. I don't lose revenue. No, I don't. I lose a little bit a dot of my pride, but that's okay. Because if somebody dislikes everything, that just speaks books to me, but that's how it is, right? So, yeah, I still have lots of little things I want to do. For most, I don't have the time in the moment. But this video was on my heart. I wanted to speak about new organization, right? And Richard Stallman. So don't laugh about this man, because what he's writing here, just read about it. You will see that, dang, this man is telling you actually the truth. We don't like it because nobody really does. If you're concerned about your privacy and your life, then nobody really likes it. So GNU Linux and FreeBSD is inseparable. They belong together. This is what it is. FSS, Free Software for Operating System. I don't know what it means, FSF, but I know this is a Freedom Software Foundation. Yeah, there you go. I know it. I remember. So that's what that is. Cut a long story short. There's one video I'm going to make. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tonight. No, not tonight anymore. Maybe tomorrow I'll just do one video. There's a little bit tinkering coming up, which will be fine, I think. So nothing to worry about it. It's not for advanced users. This channel is purely for the new users. And that's what we got to do. I don't have a script, so if my brain farts, this is it. This is what you have. Nothing. I still have OBS Studio crashing on me. Since the last update. Doesn't really matter because I have a substitute. Simple Screen Recorder is doing just fine to me. It's maybe a little bit annoying. I don't know what it does. What did crash my OBS Studio? But next update will be fine again. So that's what it is. Alright, nothing for me what I would be worried about, because this streaming or recording, this is really just my luxury. As a daily driver, nothing has been taken out yet that I can say, dang, I can't work with it anymore. It's the opposite. I had that on my Ubuntu installation, all of a sudden printer scanner didn't work anymore. Something was screwed up, and I just go back there, and I used that for gaming too, right? But then I just booted back in Calculate Linux, did my job, and everything is fine. That's what I did. And why still I tinker around? I do believe that FreeBSD needs a big chance. I just spoke today with a friend of mine who is a pastor about what's it called, Endless OS, and I think it has quite some potential. It's On the other side, he told me that even in the third world countries, these people starve rather than having no internet. That I don't understand, but luckily, and blessed as I am in the moment, I'm not in that situation. I hope I never get into that situation that I have to starve, right? So we're pretty blessed here. And that's not a master race thing. This is pure by grace of God. Yeah, you got born here. This is it. You came out at the right place. So lucky you, lucky me. I'm happy with that. So, So Richard Stallman. So what he's writing, it's kind of scary stuff. It makes you, what the heck, what I'm supposed to do. So here's a few things, and you could do that. I don't go too deep in this, as I said, because lots of people, they tried, but then they figured out, that Ubuntu is, I don't know, 12.04. It's a bit too old if you go for it. They should have somewhere here the free operating systems. I miss that a little bit, it should be on a website like that. and somewhere visible, right? If you advertise it, then it should be somewhere on the top. On the top. Ethical Tech Giving Guide about FFS campaigns, donate or host a giveaway, tell your friends. That's all but donating, but where to get it? Replicant comes with no shortage of spyware. Yeah, I mean, it is true. If you read this is just what it is. Yeah, and I mean, the best thing is, with fingerprint and face recognition and voice recognition, usually you should get an email back. NSA says thank you, because they have your fingerprint, your voice recognition, and your face. It's just perfect, right? Endorse Triskel. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Ubuntu version, right? So now we can click on it. We almost, here we can find it. So you have Triskel, which is the Ubuntu version, but when I tested it, it's too far away. Parabola is the Arch Linux without all the special drivers. So what they do, it's a good thing. They really try to keep your operating system pure open source. And that is great, because there are tons of people looking into this. They make sure that you don't catch one of their spyware built in and stuff like that. And I love the idea, and if I could, I would run it. But like for my printer, I need my printer scanner not working is a deal breaker. My line of work I must have access to my printer and scanner. This is just what it is. I might have to have a look into these again to see how it works. Maybe I can pirate my own system and get the HP printers installed with Triskel, but yeah, I will see. Maybe even I have a look what they did here. If they sell a laptop where it works, it looks a little bit old, to be honest. So X200, it's just they cost a lot too, because they have that free BIOS system too. There's a kind of a crazy person, in my opinion, on board of the BIOS thing, which abused the website for his personal feelings, if I may say so, and stuff like that, and that just puts me off. And it doesn't matter what it is about, it's just that guy hijacked the whole website for his personal, they're all mean to me. Oh, who gives a heck? The whole world is mean. This is just what it is, right? I mean, yeah, stop crying, take it on the chin and keep going. That's what we do. You fall down, you stand up, and stand up stronger than before. When major security bugs are found, NSA gets the option. This is guaranteed, and this is not just conspiracy. If you read what they say, this is actually the truth. It is bitterly sad, but that's the world we are living in, and that is very, very sad, to me at least. It really, really is. Yeah. So, well, I mean, I'm on a business soon, so that means they know all my data anyway, and they can do, because I don't do any crooked things. So I do my business, I pay my tax, I do the best service to the people I can, and keep everybody safe and sound as best as I can, and that's my whole interest. Love the Lord, love the people, right? That's what I'm going to do. And in between, I try to stop people from spying on me. Just the heck, get off my back. This is my home. You do not have access here. You're not stealing. No, you don't have to look here either. Don't touch. Don't come in. This is mine, and that's with my computer. It belongs to me. So get the heck out of it. No, none of your business. You know what I mean? So, guys, I got carried away with these videos. This was about just a praise videos to the new foundation, or whatever it's called, or organization, and for Linux and FreeBSD. And look what I got. As soon as I read Microsoft, hell breaks loose. And then if you read further, what the heck? And yeah, dang. I have to play a first-person shooter game. I would need Doom or something to take them out. Oh, isn't there something like Sauerbraten or something like that on Linux? I have got to get that. Yeah, I want to shoot somebody like this. No worries, I have no interest in harming any human being whatsoever. There's no interest. Never had that feeling. that are, you can be frustrated and stuff like that, but this is it. Do you need to harm somebody then because you're frustrated, or they don't believe what you believe, or you know what I mean? What the heck? As long as in the moment they get violent, that's the moment where self-defense kicks in, and they're pretty radical. Yeah, self-defense stops when the guy or woman, whatever, wants to take you out is done, and never stands up again, so that you are safe, But otherwise, I have really no interest. Why would I? Live and let's live. That's how I live in the moment, and that's doing okay, I guess. I suffer from the loss of OBS, and I can live with it. I don't even miss it. I would have used this. Now I use Simple Screen Recorder, which is a great tool too. Don't get me wrong. Simple Screen Recorder is not just a substitute. It's a screen recorder by itself. It's a good tool. It's very nicely done, and it has some advantages over OBS, in my personal opinion, right? So, all right, this is it. I cut that video short. I think we are running already for a few minutes. This is it, guys. Not many people watch this to the end, so das Gregor, thank you for watching this video to the end. Shame on me, I haven't watched your videos yet. I downloaded them all. I got them on my computer, and I'm going to watch them because I want to watch them fresh when I can start the install. I want to do guided by your videos a Gentoo install and tell the world about it, and that's what I'm going to do. I just have to get a few more things done. As a retired hitman and computer tycoon, you understand that sometimes people can get busy, right? So that's what I am in a moment. Look at Irish, right? He's busy with his banker imperium. If you have billions and billions of dollars and hundreds thousands of employees, of course he's busy, right? So and so are you. If you have a computer imperium there in the USA, it keeps you busy. There are 200 million people using all your computer stuff, your services and things like that. So, alright, this is it. I cut that video off here. I hope it was a little bit informative. So have a look at these websites. They are not there just for fun. And always be aware, it's like a magician. So if the mainstream waves around the left hand, watch the right hand. They're doing something with the right hand. So if they're, it's most times when a politician gets caught because he's corrupt, right? He did something really obvious. Then all of a sudden they say, oh look, this girl took this little boy's bubble gum away. How dare, how mean. Okay, get the heck, don't care about that. Watch what they did in the first place. They just divert your attention to something else to get you off the real subjects. And like a magician, they wave the left hand and touch with the right hand in your pocket or do something worse, right? So be careful what they do. And if they ridicule somebody, that means this person has struck a nerve. They're doing something right. And right, in meaning of the pure meaning of human rights, Alright, but we have to live with it until my king is coming, and he's on his way. Trust me with that. That I know for sure. And I have no doubt about it. And until then, we just live every day for itself, right? Every day, one day at a time. Okay guys, so I cut that video off and I'll upload it and have fun. I hope you like it, and I hope it was informative, and I hope it gave a little bit the GNU project some honor back, because they really deserve it. You do deserve it from all FreeBSD and Linux users. They do a good job. Very happy about it. Thank you so much, Linux, FreeBSD and GNU projects. And this is me signing out. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.